Hey folks, this is Young from Career School. So, whether joining a new company or starting a new role, you will always have a manager. And one of the things you would first do when you first join the team is to set up an ongoing one on one with your manager. This ongoing one on one with your manager is a really important time for you to build relationship with the manager, and get feedback on your work and get some help on it and all the things. And thinking about it now, for me, we didn't really have the concept of having one-on-one with managers. At least that was my experience when I was living in Korea. However, after joining, Amazon and my internship at Red Hat, I somewhat got used to doing one-on-ones, and I think do a pretty good job in establishing what it's important, what to talk about, and when to talk about, and everything like that. And I was a little bit surprised when someone asked me about what they should be doing during these one on ones after joining Amazon. So today, I'm creating a short video of how to best manage and how to best take advantage of your ongoing one on one with your manager, starting from logistics, why do this, and what to talk about. Let's dive in. Yeah, so let's start with the logistics. So with the logistics, I'm going to talk about how often, when, where, how long, and all that stuff. So when it comes to how often, I felt like once a week was enough to chat about my work, project status, and getting some support on the parts that I need and all that. And I thought 30 minutes was, plenty. You do 5 minutes of chit chat at the beginning, and then for 20 minutes, you kind of talk about the projects and some of the helps that you need. And then last 5 minutes, you could just wrap up the meeting. So I thought 30 minutes once a week was pretty much enough. However, I also recommend kind of adding another 30 minutes, maybe once a month or so, to just chat about career and a lot of different stuff that you don't really have time to talk about in those 30 minutes once a week. When it comes to when to do this, I usually prefer to do it Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesdays. I would usually prefer to do it sometime between Tuesday and Wednesday, because Mondays, as everyone knows, usually we have a lot of meetings. There's a lot of administrative stuff. So try to avoid Monday and try to do it on Tuesday and Wednesdays, because Monday you kind of have a team meeting and stuff, and then you learn about, or you get new information about projects, and kind of being able to share that during Tuesday and Wednesday, and being able to work on, for example, Thursday and Friday. I thought personally Tuesday and Wednesday are the best top choices. And when it comes to where to do it, now I don't know about you, but in my case, I work remotely, and it is just basically I do it on Chime or Zoom or whatever platform that you're using. However, when it was in-person meeting, I would have usually kind of booked a meeting room, or just went into my manager's office to talk about things. And also, I would sometimes make this a coffee meeting. We would go out for a coffee and just walk a little bit and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter where you do it, but I would say that just doing it itself is really important. So yeah, let's talk about why do this, or what to talk about during the meeting. So I feel like there's going to be three different components. First is just personal, or I would say build relationship with your manager. And then two would be related to work, and three would be related to your career. So the number one part about building relationship, I feel like one-on-one is probably the most important meeting of my 1 week, because now with the remote working and all that, you don't really get to see people, because if you're in an office, usually you see people working, and then you can just go to them, ask questions and all that, and just talk, chit chat and all that. But with the work remote environment, it's really hard to just engage or connect with your peers and managers. So I would say that the number one importance is just to build relationship with your manager. And that would be just talking about personal stuff, how was the weekend? I know these might sound cheesy and pretty repetitive, redundant and all that, but I feel like just being able to getting to know your manager in the personal level, and being able to share your personal stuff with your manager is important to build that relationship. And we all know that building relationship and having that good relationship with your manager will help you not only with your work, but also with your career. So I feel like building relationship is probably going to be the number one reason to do it, and also to set these ongoing one-on-ones. And then the second part is probably going to be work related. Probably not the most fun part, but it's something that you would also have to be sharing with your manager. So in terms of work, I would say it's going to be like project status. You probably will be working on multiple projects or a big project. And how is the project going? Do you need any help from your manager? Do you need your manager to escalate anything? Do you need your manager to get support from like the tech team, for example, or the finance team, or anything? These are some of the things that you would talk about. And obviously, these work, you can also get feedback from your manager by talking with them and then giving your thoughts on project status. I think one of the things that you should really talk about during your one-on-one is about prioritizing your work too, because we don't have forever to work. We have theoretically 40 hours a week to work. And in that 40 hours, sometimes you won't be able to finish all the work that you're doing. So I would always come with saying a list of work that I'm doing, and then kind of prioritize those into, hey, these are the ones that I'm prioritizing this week. And then I think this will, fall below the line because I feel like these are more important. And you would share this and then kind of align that with your manager to make sure that you're working on the right things at the right time. This is really important because you don't want to say, let's say your manager thinks, let's say project B is more important when you think project A is more important. And obviously you can argue and discuss about stuff, but if at the end of the day, if you have not, shared or communicated that with your manager, it's going to be a, problem at the end. So I would always say that prioritize what you're doing, and I would always say that talk about the prioritizing your work and your projects. So the third thing I think is the career-related things. It's not because your manager knows everything about your career. It's not because you want to share what you dream of and trying to achieve in the next 10, 15, 20 years, trying to be a CEO and all that. But it's more so around your career and what you want to learn from what you do now, or what kind of experience you were expecting to get, and being able to kind of shift your work towards that. I think it's the most important thing. So in my case, because of my previous manager, who I consider as my mentor, we worked on creating a chart or a PowerPoint slide that basically included what I wanted to become in the next whatever, and then where I am now, and then where I want to go in like future in like 5-10 years, and then what's my ultimate goal. So like having these three, and then obviously having like parts where I would think I need to learn and parts where I think I already have, and all that was a really, really important kind of thought process and work, because like before that I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. I want to be rich. I wanted to be able to live a good life, but I don't think I really had like a good understanding of what I really want. In terms of like what I want, you have to learn. So what's the things that I have to learn? Being able to kind of lay those things down, it helped me work with my manager to kind of shift some work that it's more important and it's more likely for me to kind of be able to learn and get that experience, so that I have that experience in my belt, and then kind of move forward with my next plan and next plan and next plan, and so on and so on. I'll actually put that example of my personal career stuff down in the description so that you can take advantage of it as well. Yeah, well, that was it for today. I kind of changed the scenario a little bit because I thought the gray background was kind of boring and all that. So hope you like it. Please leave any comments or any questions that you want me to kind of go over. I would love to get some feedback from people. And also, please, if this is helping, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next content.